Hi, everybody. Jared Wade, Communications Director for the town of Avon, here with Ryan Cannon, Town Manager. Last night was the last Town Council meeting for 2022.
Thank goodness.
You've been doing these a lot longer than me. When you get to the end of a year, what does it feel like?
You do just kind of feel like exhausted and tired, and you're just ready for a break.
Sure.
So it is nice. We got a few weeks before we have another meeting. And I think the council felt the same way last night. I think they were ready for a break as well. So
I think when you do things, and everybody has vacations, they take time to rest and relax with their families or friends. It's important. It's important to have that balance. So yeah, it was interesting. Everybody was very excited about, hey, we're going to have Christmas, New Year's, holidays. We will see everybody in January. It was a neat meeting. So we are here for a quick recap. There were a lot of things on the agenda. Ryan and I were just talking about this before we went live. The stuff on the agenda, not super exciting, more administrative type things, but we wanted to give you a quick overview of what those things were. And if you have any interest in finding out more details about those, you can always watch the meeting on our YouTube, Facebook, Twitch channels, and all that good stuff. So, Ryan, what happened last night?
Yeah, absolutely. Jared's very right. There were two actually things that I think were exciting. Other people may not, but under new business, we had a approval for a trail design. So for those of you who are familiar with the pedestrian crossing on County Road 625 East and who've said, why is that there? It's going to nowhere. It's actually not true. Last night, the town council approved a contract to design the trail from that crosswalk on 625 over to the White Lake Creek Trail. So they approved that contract with Banning Engineering for $56,480 to do the design of that trail. So soon that pedestrian crossing will connect to the White Lake Creek Trail. So look forward to that in the coming year or two. The second thing is we had a proposal to update our bike and ped master plan. The number one thing we always hear when we ask residents what do they want to see in the community is they want to see more trails. So we actually had a bike and ped plan that we approved in 2010. It was a 10-year plan, and we've accomplished most of the priorities on that plan. So we want to update that. Our boundaries have expanded, so the town has grown. So we want to start planning in some of those areas that are outside of what our town limits were 10 years ago and kind of bring that up to date. And so we will be looking for some public input on that over the next 6 months or so as we're updating that plan. But the town council did approve CHA to update that bike and ped master plan for $36,000. So those two things are exciting. And then now I will get to the boring part, which most people won't care about, which...
Yeah, buckle up. It's going to get exciting here. Be ready.
So the first one is transfer to the rainy day fund. The town council wanted to put some money away in the town's rainy day fund. And so what that really means is that we're saving for emergencies, and that if something happens, the town's financially sound and able to respond in an emergency and support the community when needed. So our financial advisor had recommended that we work on trying to grow that rainy day fund. So the town council did approve a resolution to transfer $150,000 into the rainy day fund. Most of that will come as a result of underspending our budget this year, and a little bit of it may come from additional revenue that we received that we didn't expect to get. So the town is in great financial hands, and so that's a good news for everybody. The next one was a resolution of interest, which is allowing staff to actually look at trying to purchase property for parkland. So one of the things we've been trying to do is to be able to support our youth sports organizations and try to find field space that they may be able to use. So there's a property that the town has identified and that we're working with the property owner to see if it may be a potential opportunity to have some sports and athletic fields. We've bought a lot of parks over the last few years that would be more passive, what we kind of call passive recreation. And then these fields would be more for active recreation, youth sports, those kind of things. So the town council did approve that as well. The next one is we actually found an old road. For those of you familiar with Avon Heights, Hurst Drive, we found out that they never actually dedicated the street. So the property underneath the street is owned by someone else other than the town. And so in order for us to maintain it or to use that right of way, we actually have to acquire it. It's kind of one of those weird things that you find sometimes in local government, that 30, 40 years ago, something may have got missed or something didn't get recorded that should have been, and now we kind of have to clean it up. So we have to buy some right away for Hearst Drive, and the town council approved us to move forward with that. We also then had a tax abatement, which this is a little bit exciting. We do have a tenant in the first building down on 100 South in the Avon Logistics Park, that big building on the north side of 100 South. We got our first tenant. It's called Radial. They're an e-commerce company, and so they applied for a tax abatement. They did ask for 5 years, 50% abatement. That'll work out to be about a $600,000 tax saving to them, but the business itself will pay over $1 million in that 10-year period, or in that 5-year period. So again, all that money goes to the schools and to the township and all the other library and other taxing entities. So that's great for our community, and great that that's happening. So welcome to Radial to the community. The next two, we did abolishing the town court. The town council has kind of been talking about this really over about the last 4 years. The town council has to do it. They had to do it by the end of this year, and they basically have every 4 years. They have to do it before the election of a town judge. So they had to the end of this year. They had a lot of discussion, and in the end, they did decide to abolish the town court. So that will actually happen at the end of 2023. So even though they took action this year, the court will remain until next year. And those services will actually change to go to the county, or to Plainfield's town court, or Brownsburg's town court. And so the town will no longer have that. I think the council kind of felt it's losing money, and it's a duplication of service. The county already has a court system. So they kind of felt like that wasn't necessary anymore, and that we could save money and better use taxpayers' money than doing that. So no more town court. And then the last one is the end of year reappropriation. Again, this is one of those things really administrative. Our clerk treasurer has to actually go through and clean up all our books, make sure everything complies by the end of the year. It's a huge effort. So shout out to Julie Loker and the person that helps her, Calvin Kuhn, who does a fantastic job and has been helping the town with our finances for a long time. Did a great job, balance all our books, make sure everything's the way it needs to be. And the town council approved that as well. So that was really it. Not super exciting. Maybe the one other thing I'll share was that, and maybe the most fun part of the meeting, and if you guys have a chance, go watch the meeting. Aaron Tivabaugh, who's been on our town council for the last 8 years, and he served on our redevelopment commission for 4 years before that. So he's been contributing to town for about the last 12 years. Last night was his last town council meeting. So the police department and the town staff shared some things with him, and we provided him a plaque and a monument from the town, and all the town council shared things about him. And Aaron has been a fantastic leader for our community. He's established a fantastic culture here at the town, which has allowed all of us to do our jobs. And so we're super appreciative to Aaron. We're going to miss him. So if you want to watch that and you're interested, or if you know Aaron, it was great. His family was there as well. And so we bid farewell to Aaron. But with that, we also say welcome to our newest town council member, Tim Roberts, who will start on January 1st. So we look forward to welcoming Tim to our team and look forward to working with him.
So he says that there's not a lot, but there was quite a bit. Again, more behind the scenes type stuff, moving of the funds that need to happen and things of that nature. If you have any interest in what Ryan was talking about, I would encourage you to watch that meeting last night. And just like Ryan said, that last 10 minutes or so of the meeting was just talking about Aaron, and talking about how he's impacted individuals' lives, other council members, staff members, the police. I don't think he retired from IMPD.
That's correct. Yep.
But when he started, he was actually an IMPD officer. So it was interesting having an officer from IMPD be a council member working with the police department here, and hearing those stories about how well they all work together and how well things were able to move forward. So Aaron's going to be missed. We are excited about having Tim. So fresh new ideas and a new person to come in and share their thoughts about how Avon can improve and how we can continue to create an environment and create a community that attracts people from all over the world. So I'm excited about next year. Again, this is our last recap, you and me,
Right.
until 2023. The next town council meeting is January 12th.
January 12th. That's right. If you're interested in boards and commissions, get your applications in, please, by January 2nd. So if you're interested, please do that.
Absolutely, and it's available online. There are posts going out on social media like crazy, but you can always go to our website and just look up boards and commissions, descriptions of all of those different boards. If you have to live within town limits or if you can live outside of town limits, there are some rules and stipulations that go on with that as well. Other than that, here's my challenge to you as you wrap up 2022, going into 2023. Come to a meeting. Just come to one meeting. It could be a council meeting. It could be a plan commission meeting. It could be a BZA meeting. If you live here in town and you want to know more about what's happening, just one meeting. Pick one meeting that you want to come to, and it'll open up your eyes to what happens behind the scenes and how everything processes and moves forward in the wonderful world of government. Which I feel like, I hope that we don't get sued by like the owners of the Wizard of Oz, because I think that might be maybe copyright or trademark. But hey, it's fun. It's all good. Enjoy your holiday season. If you celebrate Christmas or Kwanzaa or any other form of holiday, we hope that you have a wonderful time celebrating that with your friends and family. Enjoy some time off if you have that ability to rest and relax and recoup before the new year starts. We will see you again in 2023. Brian, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Happy New Year, everyone.
Be safe, be well.